Two words for you right now. Two words: surgical robotics. Yes. About 30 minutes from now, the historic Globe building on North Tucker in downtown St. Louis will be the site of a grand opening of a state-of-the-art manufacturing and research facility for the surgical robotics. Joining us right now is the CEO and chairman of the company that is occupying that space, Stereotaxis. Please welcome David Fischel to St. Louis Talks. Congratulations to you, first of all, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. The pictures that we got look so futuristic. Exactly what type of robotic surgical units will be manufactured there, and what problems with surgery are you trying to solve with the robots?
So we make a family of surgical devices, surgical robots that help treat minimally invasive endovascular surgeries with greater precision and greater safety. If you think about surgeries overall, you can categorize them in three very broad buckets: open surgeries, laparoscopic surgeries, and endovascular surgeries. The challenge with endovascular surgeries is that a physician is navigating a flexible catheter or device through the body's blood vessels in order to reach an area of the body that needs therapy. And they only have control over the handle of the catheter, but the procedure is taking place 2, 3, 4 feet away. And so that distance, it's as if you're holding onto a pencil from its eraser while you're writing, or holding onto a hose a few feet back from the end of the hose. And so there's a limited precision at the tip where the actual surgery takes place. And so we build robots that use very precisely designed magnetic fields to allow a physician to take direct control over the tip of a catheter. And by doing so, they can treat patients with greater precision and greater safety. There's one specific type of indication that we are used for right now, which is if someone has a heart arrhythmia where the heart doesn't beat regularly, they can navigate a catheter into the heart and isolate some of the misbehaving heart muscle cells, and by doing so, put the patient back into normal rhythm.
So are these robots tools that the doctors are using in these procedures, or do the robots ever actually take over, like an auto control or, like the cruise control on your car?
No, so these robots are really designed to enhance the physician's capability to deliver good care. And so a physician is seated at a computer cockpit with all the information on the patient right in front of them, and they're controlling all of the movements of the robot. It's really meant to enhance the cognitive aspects of the physician and to allow the physician to overcome the otherwise inherent limitations of catheters that have to be driven from the handle.
It is incredible technology. I've witnessed it from a viewing studio or viewing room, I guess you would call it. I'm just curious, how early in a doctor's college are they exposed to this type of technology? Because you have, military, when they're advertising, recruitment ads, talking, flying, war drones and things like that. Is it easy for? I'm sure it's easier for the younger doctors to grab a hold or grasp a hold of this technology. Yes.
So we started actually a fellowship program with Barnes Jewish Hospital, which has been using our technology for many years, and so they actually train their electrophysiology fellows. So these are already grown adults at some point that have gone through medical school, have gone through residency, and now they're doing a specialization in cardiology focused specifically on how the electrical system of the heart works, called electrophysiologists. And so during their electrophysiology fellowship, they'll actually learn about robotics. They'll become very good at navigating the robotic system. And we actually started that with Barnes Jewish. We now have about 40 fellows globally at any given time that are part of the program. And you're right that generally younger physicians are more adept at computers, more adept at video games, and so this suits them. But we also do see sometimes many elderly physicians who use us and use us very well, because if you think a physician has two big skill sets. They have a cognitive skill set in terms of how to understand the patient's disease, how to design therapy, how to determine how best to treat the patient. And then they have to have the hand skills on how to actually get the tools at their disposal to do what they want. Robotics really allows them to overcome the challenges on the manual movement, the hand dexterity, which over time, unfortunately, to all of us deteriorates, and allows them to focus on the cognitive side, which usually for most of us actually becomes better over time. And so we do have kind of a range of physicians around the world who use our technology.
David, without giving away any company secrets, what's the new frontier for robotic surgical robots? Where's your research focused now?
So we're a small company. We have about 100 hospitals globally that have treated about 140,000 patients with our technology to date. And so far we've had to be overall fairly focused. And the main thrust, though, of our innovation efforts have been first to make robotics more broadly accessible. When you have a great technology, you want to make it easy for hospitals and physicians to adopt, and you want to make it broadly available to patients. And so that has been one big thrust of our innovation efforts. The other has also been making the technology applicable not just in treating patients with heart arrhythmias, but also applicable for other types of minimally invasive endovascular surgery. And so hopefully in the coming years, you'll see our technology being used to benefit patients with strokes or with tumors or some other vascular disorders.
I wonder if you had to lobby to get any laws changed in order to bring these type of robots into these type of scenarios. I would think that, I'm sure there's liability issues and, is it the operator? Where does this go? There had to have been some legal roadblocks that you had to have gotten past to get where you are today.
So not exactly. Healthcare is complicated, and healthcare evolves relatively slowly because it is a complicated field. And so there are all sorts of complexities to grow and to gain adoption in a marketplace. And perhaps it's also in some ways it's obviously detrimental, but in some ways it's also to the benefit of society because it allows things to evolve rather than to have dramatic changes rapidly. We haven't had to have legal changes, and there are other companies. So Intuitive Surgical is the leading robotic surgical company in the world. It's really in a completely different type of surgery, laparoscopic surgery rather than endovascular. But they pioneered that. They have about 6,000 robots globally. And so they've already demonstrated that robotics can be used broadly in hospitals. Almost every hospital globally has a Da Vinci system from Intuitive Surgical. So we didn't have to pioneer it in that sense. We're really pioneering robotics in the field of minimally invasive endovascular surgery.
Well, congratulations on the new facility. As I understand it in the email I received, that you are still seeking to fill some roles in your company. Can you direct people where to go for that and what qualifications they would need?
Sure. So we're in many ways a vertically integrated company. We do all of our research and development, engineering of new robots, of interventional devices. We do our own software, user interface software, control software. So there's a fairly robust engineering team here. We manufacture robots at our facility, and so we have people that build them. We do shipping and logistics here. We have field service people that go around the world maintaining and fixing robots. And then we obviously have all the administrative and general functions, finance and IT and HR, clinical regulatory, marketing, sales. And so a company is like a human body. You need many, many parts to work well together.
Right.
On our website, we have a recruitment page, and we are always looking for people who are particularly motivated to have a big impact in the world. You want to build a culture of people who are intrinsically motivated for the mission of the company.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood. We're just blocks apart. Maybe we'll have lunch one day.
Delighted to host you. We're excited to be in the Downtown North Insight District. And
who named that, Downtown North Urban Insight District?
That was not me. I've been educated at the term of our district. So there's a growing community of companies that have moved into here, and we're delighted to be.
The CEO and chair of Stereotaxis, David Fischel, they have their ribbon-cutting grand opening coming up in about 10 minutes. Thanks for joining us on St. Louis Talks, and good luck to you.
Thanks very much.